This journey to the Ironman Coeur d'Alene isn't like a tough guy thing or let's risk everything. You know, it's about doing things right. And in this episode, that's what we're going to think about and talk about is, you know, coming back from an injury to meet some kind of an athletic goal. There has to be some sensibility. It's not all macho, like I can do it, you know, and put myself at risk of maybe doing damage, permanent damage, long-term damage. So in today's episode, that's what we're going to talk about. Kind of a little run that I had that was eye-opening and kind of had me thinking about patience. So let's check it out. I'm Joe Klinedinst of JK Endurance Coaching, and this is my journey from knee surgery to Ironman in 115 days. All right, so it is April 2nd, and believe it or not, I am dressed for winter, and I'm still pretty cold. It is probably about 40 degrees, and with the wind and everything, it feels like in the 30s. I think this morning, 15 or 16 degrees, so I'm bundled up for 35 minutes of easy running. And this kind of marks the last run before we start to pick things up, so hopefully all goes well with today's run. Keeps in the tradition of everything going the right direction here. All right, guys, so about 40 minutes ago, I left from right here and kind of had the thought, just going for an easy run. And during the run, I had the feeling of, hey, let's pick it up. I've been seeing, all this talk and stuff about Ironman 70.3 Texas, which I was signed up for. Now, I'll make a really long story short is I was gonna defer that anyway because of COVID. Our state was requiring a 2-week quarantine after traveling out of state, and I wasn't gonna be able to miss like 2 weeks of work to go do a race. So I had been in the process of deferring Texas 70.3 before before I knew I was having surgery. But there's a piece of me that, just the way I felt today running, I was like, I could have done that race. And I mean, it's a week away. I canceled my hotel already, but I mean, I could have, threw everything together and went and did that. But here's the big difference, and the big word or the thought for the day is patience. I tend to not have patience with things. I want to jump on and get things done or get at things right away. And again, this is one of those coming back to importance of having a coach. I looked at the builds of like what we started doing, the run walks, and then this week only up to 30 minutes. He did bump today to 35 because it was all I had today. My mentality is I'm ready to go. I'm ready to run an hour. I'm ready to run a half marathon to, just to show that I can and kind of test myself. So, it was just a day to have that on my mind. And I I did kind of got a little, I thought, well, there's a little balance in that. I mean, coach is saying 35 minutes. I was running like 7:30 pace, and I thought, well, I'm going to come up just shy of 5 miles. And it was right about when I thought that I ran by a trail marker that was the 5-mile marker from the Maryland line. This trail starts at the Maryland line and continues north into Pennsylvania. And when I saw that, I thought, I'm going to run 5 miles. That'll let me stretch, what the plan was a little, but it's not outrageous or not getting greedy where I'm going to do some kind of, could do some damage or something myself. So, it just all kind of came to me, and I got done right where I started and just kind of plopped down and thought I'd share those thoughts while they're raw. It was also a beautiful day. I wasn't even going to bring the camera, and I thought I'd bring it along, and trains were going by, and like I said, it was pretty cold, but with the sun on you, it feels great. There's signs of spring, flowers and stuff like that. So sometimes I think this whole project, carrying a camera around and looking for some beauty in the world has been kind of cool so far. So today was one of those days I stopped and took some video, and it was a good run, but it was also just a good kind of mental exercise today to think about using patience to help me continue to recover the right way. And those of you that are coming back from injuries, you really need to focus on the big picture, the long term. You can't look at the little short term instant gratifications of maybe going out and doing something that you wished you could do. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm still have a few more years. I'm getting into my mid-40s, but I'm as fast as I've ever been in triathlon, and I have a couple big goals that I want to accomplish before maybe I shut things down or switch goals to maybe some other type of endurance events. And so I'm not doing anything that's going to put me at jeopardy or risk of those long-term goals. With that said, as the age that I am, approaching my 46th birthday, I don't have a lot of time to poke around. So I'm on the verge, pushing it to the limit of what's healthy, to make sure. Yeah, you're all right. So at 46, I as much as I can kind of take my time and recover, I also have to have a little sense of urgency, because there's not too many more years where I'm going to be able to, continue to get faster. So with that in mind, hope you enjoyed this episode. It's a little short one with the concept of patience in mind, patience coming back from injuries, or patience working through any other stresses and obstacles to training and getting healthy. And we'll see you on that next episode. Thanks for watching.